Good morning, it's me again. I'm in a pretty good mood, feeling a little bit better. Some cute guy, this cute guy right here, let me sleep in, so I'm doing good. And the weather cleared up. We had at least a couple of days of sun that we weren't necessarily expecting. Oh, yeah, she's so cute. He curled up in my lap. And I got some more stuff done, and I came up with an idea of what to talk about. Yay! So I'll start with my stuff. I finished, I didn't finish much, but I finished a little black girl one. Isn't that so cute? When I put the little pink nose on, I thought I was messing up, but then I get the little dress on and it just looks so cute. My son says I need to do a few more of the little pink nose ones, and I definitely might do more pink nose ones. Not all of them pink nose, because I know some people might not like the pink nose, but I might do some more that are pink nose. This is so cute. Um, it just turned out so cute. The white one in the same outfit just isn't as cute as this one is. It's just so cute. So then there's that one. And then I finished this one and I made it look a little more Christmassy by putting the contrasting red bow on there. I don't think I'll have to do that with the burgundy dress though, because the red will look really Christmassy. Anyway, let's see, I finished a couple of those. Yay! And then so that's good. And the topic that I decided to talk about is when people are being obnoxious. How do you protect your sanity from this obnoxiousness? My brother is currently, he gave me the idea because he's currently going nuts about political stuff, and from the post, it's clear that he may not actually know what he's talking about. But he is being obnoxious, which he does. I mean, we didn't always get along growing up because he was obnoxious. And of course, with my mom, not really understanding what her job as a mom was, it got bad. He's not a bad guy. He's just, I don't know. I think there might be a developmental delay that was never dealt with, but who knows? At this point, it doesn't really matter. Because even if he has what we think he has, he can't get a diagnosis because it's almost impossible to tell the difference between certain types of autism and post-traumatic stress syndrome, which we know he has. I have it. My sister has it. I don't know if the younger one does or not, but I don't talk to him because he's the level of obnoxious that I just cannot deal with, and I've disconnected with him. It's not that I don't love him. I just him and my mom are both in the same boat. It's not that I don't love them. It's just I cannot deal with their bullshit, and I don't feel like I need to. And they blame me for a lot of stuff, and they act like he's better than I am, and he's not. He's definitely not. But then the brother that's being obnoxious right now is he'll get over it. I think he's just getting caught up in some of this stuff. I don't want to get too into it because politics is definitely something that could cause some controversial stuff, but it's just he seems a little out of touch right now. So what I typically do with that is I'll ignore those posts. I'll ignore the conversations with that because as a person, he's not a bad guy, and it actually does hold some value to me to be able to get along at least for a short while with relatives, because everybody needs a support of extended family, all that good stuff. Um, and if your real family can't be there for you, then you need friends that are like family. And sometimes people, well-intentioned, good, caring people can do and say some pretty stupid stuff. And or at least it's stupid from your perspective, and you don't need to be cutting them off if they're just being herpy-derpy. Um, you know, you just don't talk about that, whatever they're derping about. Unless it's something really important, like serial killers don't abduct men. Yeah, they do. I can't remember who said that, but yeah, they wound up having a very real, very scary experience with a guy that picked them up hitchhiking. Because serial killers do take men. Just women are a lot easier to control, so we tend to be more um likely to be a target, and especially prostitutes especially do wind up being a target because they'll get into a car with the promise of money, and they do know that not everybody picking them up is, you know, their friend. So yeah, so I pretty much I just ignore his posts when he's one that strike me as him being a herpaderp, because I don't think he's trying to be offensive towards me. He's just being a him. So like, and the one thing you need to know the difference between like I'm just derping and I'm actually so toxic you need to cut me off. It's like the derpy brother isn't saying that I'm a bad person and blaming these issues he's derping on me. He's not attacking me in any way at all. So I can just ignore his little derpies. But the brother, my mom and my brother that I have disconnected with are attacking me and blaming me for things and saying things to me that are very inappropriate. So I just don't deal with them. Um, and it's sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference, but if you're talking to your friends about what your family or you're talking to the people that care about you and that don't have very many problems with, because I mean you're gonna have a problem with everybody at some point. It just depends on how you view the problem, like, but also depends on the problem. So um yeah, so it's like you talking to people that really care about you, and they start saying, that's a little red flag, that sounds toxic, you know, um, you might want to consider. But yeah. So I figured I'd touch on that because I think it's important, especially right now, especially with so much craziness. We need to protect our own energies from these people that are like trying to, I don't know, drag us into whatever. I don't think my brother's trying to drag me in. I think he honestly thinks he's trying to get people woke, because a lot of people are throwing that word around. They don't actually know what it means. Um, yeah, but so he doesn't seem to have any negative intention. It's just the post is fingernails on chalkboard, so I'm just gonna ignore him. I'm just gonna ignore those because he's got a lot of other posts that I'm more interested in, like when he's talking about his family, especially with my nephew being so sick recently. I do want to know what they actually find out is going on with my nephew, because it could have something to do with some issues that my son was having. Not saying that the two are directly connected, but it could be like, hey, this is a genetic thing that we need to know about. So, and it, for whatever reason, it hits the males, and that kind of stuff. And then there's also something going on with my niece's daughter, and I don't want to miss posts or information involving that either. Um, it sounds like her younger child has a heart defect. It doesn't sound like she's dying or anything, and then they got so much better with the surgery for those. It just, but yeah, it's something that I want to find out what the information is and what the defect is and what course of action they want to try, because lots of people are born with murmurs and heart defects and even little tiny holes, and you grow out of it or something, and it's fine. But then some people are born with those defects and they need to have surgery, and it's all scary and everything's scary. So we're hoping it's just the little murmur with the defect thingy, and that she'll probably just grow out of it. Or maybe she'll just always have this little murmur like I do, the little sticky valve that sometimes gives you a little trouble, but you're not dying. It just sucks. Uh, and we're hoping that that's what's going on there. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to disconnect with my brother. I don't want to get in a fight with my brother, especially over something so stupid as politics. I mean, my views on politics is they're all lying. All politicians are lying, and one of the biggest problems we're having doesn't have to do with one person or another person or one political party or the other political party. It's they're all lying. They all are. You don't know what's really going on with these people. So they all say what you want to hear to get into office, and when they get into office, they do whatever they do. whatever they really wanted to do. You see that a lot. You can see that throughout history, and I don't know what to do with the political stuff. I think we need to change how we do it. I just don't know how to change it. Because I know one of the big problems we have with politics in general is this rich, white, out of touch, old man problem. And I'm not really certain how to fix that. We need a little bit more. I didn't inherit my money, and more. I know what's going. More of a intellectuals, I guess, but I don't know what to do. It's politics. I don't know enough about that to really know who's doing what and what's really at fault. And then half this stuff turns out to be lies anyway. So, I mean, on both sides. It's so I just don't want to talk about politics because it just, unless you're talking about a specific thing where there's information that says that this is a thing. Um, but it's like, but I do realize I may have to talk about some politics because I'm wanting this to be disabled friendly, and we may wind up getting into discussion with something of the politics of how disabled people are treated. Like, why is it so damn difficult to get on Social Security when the government's getting all these tax monies from all these billions of people for that purpose? So, um, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what's. It seems like we're in really scary times, and focusing on negativities is just not a good idea right now. It's just, and I don't know what to do. And most of the people that I want to focus on in the audience aren't going to be able to do much of anything about it. We definitely need like a change. Something needs to change. But like I said, because I don't know exactly what it is that's creating these problems, I don't know what needs to change. And I think, like I said, the one thing that I have noticed is the rich old white man who's inherited all his money and is completely out of touch with reality. That needs to not be a thing. Um, but I don't know why that is a thing, so changing that is going to be more difficult. But whatevs. It's yeah, and it's just crazy. But I don't want to get into trouble with my brother. I'm just going to ignore these posts because he's not causing an issue for me. He may be causing an issue for himself, but he's not causing an issue for me. Um, so yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's how you can tell the difference between somebody who's truly toxic and somebody whose opinion is just so different from yours that they come off as toxic sometimes. And I think that's all it is with my brother is just his view of reality and his political thoughts are just so different from mine that he can come off as being a little toxic from time to time. But um, the one thing that I do like about him and his wife are that if you mention something about them being crazy, they're like, "But I like my tinfoil hat." You know, they'll joke with you about it. It's like they know they're coming off that way. So that's something that, if you try to joke with somebody then and they joke back, then you know that they're okay with you having a different opinion. And I do see that with my brother and his wife. I do see that they do want to joke around, and they don't invalidate my opinion. um but I am just concerned about the way some people are being right now, and I don't really know what all of that is about. And I can't do, like I said, I personally can't do anything about it. So I don't know if there's people out there that these people would listen to that'll tell them, hey, yeah, there's a better way of doing this, or if there's somebody that actually knows a better way of doing this, or what. But yeah, it is okay. Well, now the point is, it's you. Sometimes you have to ignore things that people are doing or saying because it doesn't really have anything effect on their opinion of you or your relationship with them. But then but it's totally okay to cut people off if they're saying, um, things like Donald Trump's not president because of you, that kind of stuff. That's not okay because I don't really know why Donald Trump's not president. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff involved with that. I don't know. But yeah, if people are being toxic, cut them off. That's how I feel. I think I've talked enough. I'll bring the kitties back. Kitties! I'm trying to focus on these guys. Try to get some sales going. I'm very close to goals. My first goal. I'm close. I gotta get closer. Um, but making these cutie pies is close. So I'm gonna head off and I'm gonna hopefully you guys got what I was trying to say. I think I kind of rambled off because I don't plan these yet. I haven't really gotten any feedback. Um, so I don't really have a plan. I just noticed something and decided to bring that up because I know a lot of us who are disabled, we have problems with people, all these problems, and sometimes it's hard to tell um what the real problem is. And I see a lot of people just cut other people off because they said something that they don't agree with, which is part of the reason why I don't really want to encourage a lot of political talking on this because that can really cause some problems. Politics and religion can cause a lot of problems. But I do want people to be able to talk like I'm my religion's giving me trouble, or how do I be disabled in this religion, and I want you to be able to connect with somebody who knows something about that, and like they can advise you if you need to go to a different church or temple or whatever, or um maybe find out more about why they're saying these things, how to approach the problem. Because I want people to be able to have those kind of conversations. I just don't want people going, my religion's better than yours, or my politics are better than yours, or I'm more aware than you are, when maybe you're not. It's like I said, people are throwing around this term woke like they know what it's talking about, and most of the people I see using that term are still asleep. Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to ignore that because I don't really know how to deal with it without coming off as a bitch. I know a lot of people think I'm a bitch just because I didn't die. So I'm just gonna try to avoid that. Um, because people can be pretty toxic. So yeah, I want to be able to have this community feel safe for people. So yeah, that's just where I'm at. And so, oh, he's so cute. So if I ever do get to a point where I feel comfortable doing the Patreon, or I get some equipment so that I can do this better, um, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, then I'll be able to do some stuff, maybe do kitty videos of these cats being cute because there's adorable kitties. And maybe actually do like crochet tip videos when I got better equipment. Um, because one of the problems I have right now is that in order to do the crochet so that I can actually show you what I'm doing, because otherwise I'm gonna be like this, and that's really awkward. Um, I'd want like a camera to point down so that I can just do it my hands the way I'm used to doing it, and show you how I do it that way. But I don't have the camera, and I can't get anybody to understand what I'm telling them to do, and I don't know if that's intelligence or laziness. I'm leaning towards laziness, but but yeah, I am planning on getting some better equipment if I get to that point. But right now, I need to focus on my bed and dealing with some debts and doing a different system so that I don't have to worry about the cardboard box hell, and using up the yarn so that I don't have all this yarn. Because look at this massive yarn problem. I've got a lot of people have given me yarn, and then I bought a bunch of yarn for some projects that I thought I was going to be able to do, and then it didn't work out. So I've got a lot of yarn I got to use up. And that's why I focus a lot on these little guys, because that's mostly scrap yarn. And if I get rid of the scrap yarn, then oh, that's a huge headache just gone because I don't have it anymore. A lot of them I can't get anymore, but whatever. Um, it's fine. I'll find a decent substitute because it seems like one thing that's been ubiquitous for a while, even though people aren't as crafty as they used to be, is yarn. So cute. Um, but yeah, I am gonna head off and get to my day. I did all my goals yesterday for cleaning for the housework, and I got a little bit more done. And so today I got to the store again, and I got lots of goodies, and it wasn't that expensive. I managed to get all of the stuff to make big bunch of manicotti, and I got the stuff that I don't still have at the house to make um chicken Alfredo, and I got Cheerios, and I spent just about $50, which is pretty good. That's two big meals and some breakfast cereal, and it wasn't $100, so that's good. I know part of it was I got store brand. Store brands are great. I got store brands as much as I could. I couldn't get store brands. The Cheerios and the spaghetti sauce were not store brand, but I think everything else was. Um, oh yeah, my vegetables were just fresh vegetables, and they were on sale, so that's good shopping. I did good shopping. Um, this day and age, $50 for two big meals is good shopping. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I think my goals for today. So I already did my big shopping. I might try to get that last load of laundry done, and I want to get some sweeping done. And I'm not sure. I might try to get another hand wash load done too. We'll see where that goes. But I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys all have a good day, and I hope you're all staying healthy and safe. Bye.